Supreme Court of India dismissed the appeals in the matter of POWERGRID Corporation of India Limited versus Central Electricity Regulatory Commission. Following questions arose for consideration of Supreme Court in this case. Whether the appellate tribunal and respondent number 1 were justified in rejecting claim made by appellant of additional capitalization due to replacement of the damaged ICTs, whether the self-insurance policy of appellant covered the cost of replacement of the damaged ICTs, whether the member secretary of NRPC should have been directed by appellate tribunal to issue revised availability certificate for transmission assets. Court said that to consolidate all the laws relating to generation, transmission, distribution, trading, and use of electricity, and generally for taking measures conducive to development of electricity industry, promoting competition therein, protecting interests of consumers and supply of electricity to all areas, rationalization of electricity tariff, ensuring transparent policies regarding subsidies, promotion of efficient and environmentally benign policies, constitution of Central Electricity Authority regulatory commissions, and establishment of appellate tribunal for such related matters, Electricity Act had been enacted. Court said that the loss was caused to the appellant by fire, whether by way of implosion or by way of explosion, would be covered by the policy as it covered all fires which caused loss without any expectation and as all the three ICTs were operating until those got burnt. Therefore, the loss was caused due to fire because of which the ICTs became damaged beyond immediate repair. In Zuari Industries Limited case, the court analyzed the expression proximate cause. In that case, there was short circuit in train switchboard installed in substation receiving electricity from the state electricity board. This resulted in a flashover producing overcurrents. Flashover and overcurrent generated excessive heat. The paint on the panel board was charred by excessive heat producing smoke, because of which partition of adjoining feeder developed a hole. The smoke traveled to generator compartment where also there was short circuit because of which power got tripped. As a result, entire electricity supply to the plant stopped. Due to stoppage of electricity supply, supply of water or steam to the waste heat boiler by the flue gases at high temperature continued to be fed into the boiler, which resulted in damage to the boiler. It was in that context that court considered the question as to whether the flashover or the fire was proximate cause of the damage in question. After a thorough analysis of the chain or sequence of events, the court took the view that proximate cause is not the cause which is nearest in point of time or place, but the active and efficient cause that sets in motion a train or chain of events which brings about the ultimate result without intervention of any other force working from an independent source. On that basis, the court held that fire was efficient and active cause of the damage. Had the fire not occurred, the damage would also not have occurred. There was no intervening agency which was independent source of the damage. Therefore, the court did not agree with conclusion of surveyor that fire was not cause of the damage to the machinery of the claimant. Applying the above principle to facts of the present case, it was seen that proximate cause for damage to ICTs is implosion or explosion in the internal and external machinery of the ICTs which caused fire. All the three ICTs became unserviceable due to the fire and had to be replaced by the appellant. The appellant had admitted that preventive maintenance and checks were done from time to time prior to incident and everything was going fine. It was only when the fire broke out and damaged the ICTs did the authorities concerned diverted other transformers or replacement of the damaged transformer. Thus, court said that our answer to question number 2 would be that self-insurance policy of appellant covered the cost of replacement of damaged ICTs. Therefore, appellate tribunal was justified in directing appellant to finance the net cost from the self-insurance funds reserve as part of operation and maintenance charges. Accordingly, question number 2 was answered in affirmative and against the appellant. Court said that since we have decided questions 1 and 2 against appellant, question number 3 has become redundant as decapitalization and additional capitalization of the replaced ICTs have not been allowed. Therefore, question of issuing directions to Member Secretary NRPC for issuance of revised availability certificate for transmission assets does not arise. Supreme Court also referred to the decision of the court in Gujarat Urja Vikas Nigam Limited, in which case the court agreed with appellant that there was not a shred of evidence adduced by the respondent beyond the bare allegation of coercion made against the appellant. It was in that context the courts expressed surprise as to how such a sweeping allegation of coercion was accepted by appellate tribunal Dehor's adequate pleadings. Therefore, the court opined that appellate tribunal had virtually rubber-stamped the findings of Gujarat Electricity Regulatory Commission on coercion. Evidently, the above decision would have no application to facts of present case. That apart, appellate tribunal gave cogent and valid reasons while rejecting appeals of appellant. Supreme Court therefore said that we do not find any ground to interfere with the impugned object.